Okay, see you. So coming to the electric field at a point on the equatorial line. Okay, so these two are the electric dipole. As you know that one is positive charge and one is negative charge. So positive charge is situated at point E and the negative charge is situated at point B, and this is the center of the dipole, which is given by O, and both the charges has been separated by a distance of 2L. Okay, so next is nothing but the perpendicular line drawn to this dipole is nothing but we call that one as the equatorial line. So this is the equatorial line and this is the point P where we need to find the electric field. Okay, so let this point P be situated at a distance r from the center of the dipole. Okay, so as you know that when you take a positive charge, the electric field will be always directed outward. Okay, that is nothing but which is given by E1. So similarly, when you take a negative charge, as you know that the electric field will be always directed towards the charge, that is nothing but which is given by E2. So when you resolve this two, I mean E1 and E2, the resultant what you are going to get is it will be nothing but along this direction. Okay, so now what I have taken is, if this is the angle theta, if I consider, obviously according to alternate angles, if this is the angle theta, even this should be the angle theta itself. Okay, similarly if this is the angle theta, even this should also be the theta itself, alternate angles again. Okay, so this is nothing but the explanation of the figure. So coming to the electric field intensity. Okay, electric field at a point, electric field at a point P due to positive charge I'll take. Okay, due to positive charge I'll take. So according to that, where I'm going to take the magnitude of electric field. Okay, when I take the magnitude, so this comes out to be vector E1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q divided by, so generally we are going to write as R square, right? So here what happens is we need to find the distance AP. Okay, so to find the distance AP, what we are going to do is we are going to consider the triangle AOP. Okay, from the triangle AOP, if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, AP square will be nothing but equal to OP square plus OA square. If that is the case here, if you write according to Pythagoras theorem, AP square is equal to OP square plus OA square. Okay, so AP square is equal to, what is OP? OP is nothing but R square plus OA is nothing but L. Okay, from here to here it is, the length is L. So finally AP comes out to be square root of R square plus L square. Okay, so hence the value of this AP comes out to be R square plus L square. Okay, so similarly if you take a triangle POB, okay, so again the value of PB comes out to be square root of R square plus L square. Okay, this is how we are going to find the value of AP and BP. Okay, so next here, when you are writing this electric field, so this comes out to be AP, that is nothing but R square plus L square, right? So we need to find the, we need to write the square root. So generally how we are going to write the electric field, equation of electric field, E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q divided by R square, right? So this is the value of R, that is nothing but R value comes out to be R square plus L square square root. So we have one more square here, so this square and this square get cancelled. The left out thing is vector E1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q divided by R square plus L square. Okay, so this is the electric field at a point P due to the positive charge. So next, if I take the negative charge, so what happens? So for the negative charge, E2, vector E2 comes out to be same thing, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q divided by R square plus L square. See, because why it is I have taken positive here, since I am taking the magnitude. Okay, so even here I have said that I am taking the magnitude. So even here if I take the magnitude, instead of minus Q I am going to write as plus Q itself. Okay, so now in order to find the resultant electric intensity, so vector E is equal to vector E1 plus vector E2, right? So vector E1 is equal to E2. So before that, what we need to do is, according to the figures here, this is the resultant electric intensity. So in order to find the resultant electric intensity, what we are going to do is we are going to resolve this E1 and E2 into two components. Okay, if I resolve this E1 into two component, what happens? This will be E1 sine theta. Okay, and along this direction it will be E1 cos theta. Similarly, if you resolve this E2 into two components along this direction, this will be E2 sine theta, and this will be E2 cos theta. Okay, so see here, when you resolve this E1 into two components, E1 sine theta will be along this direction and E1 cos theta will be along this direction. Similarly, if you resolve E2 into two components, E2 sine theta will be along this direction and E2 cos theta will be along this direction. So since you can see here, the electric field at the point P, due to positive charge and negative charge, magnitude wise it will be the same. Okay, so hence E1 sine theta and E2 sine theta will be equal in magnitude and both are in opposite in direction, so they both get cancelled out. Okay, only the things which are going to add up will be E1 cos theta and E2 cos theta. Okay, so hence here in the place of resultant electric intensity, what we are going to do is, instead of E1 and E2, we are going to write E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta. And one more thing, see here, what we are going to do is, in the next step we are going to write E1 is equal to E2. Why is that E1 is equal to E2? Since the electric field at the point P due to positive and negative charge remains the same, right? So hence I can write E1 is equal to E2 here. If that is the case, what happens to this? In the next line we are going to write, if E1 is equal to E2, I can write this one as 2E1 cos theta, right? So let us substitute the value of E1 here. So this comes out to be 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q divided by R square plus L square, right? R square plus L square into cos theta. So coming to the cos theta, how we are going to find the value of cos theta? See here, cos theta is nothing but equal to, take any triangle AOP, okay, according to geometry, trigonometry. Okay, so cos theta is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse, right? So adjacent by hypotenuse comes out to be, that is nothing but L divided by R square plus L square to the power of 1 by 2. So this is the value of cos theta. Okay, so the next is nothing but, how we are going to write? Next will be nothing but vector E is equal to, we will substitute the value of cos theta there. So this comes out to be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q divided by R square plus L square into cos theta value is L divided by L square, sorry, R square plus L square to the power of half. Okay, so and one more thing I need to add here. See, when I am finding the resultant electricity, we have written E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta, right? I need to write minus P cap here. Even here it should be minus P cap, and even here it should be minus P cap. So why is that? Minus P caps here, when you take the figure, when you see the figure, the electric field intensity is directed along right side, whereas the dipole moment direction is always from negative charge to positive charge. So both electric field and dipole moment are opposite to each other. So that is why I have written negative sign here. Okay, so next what I am going to do is, I'll take this negative sign on this side itself, minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2QL divided by R square plus L square to the power of 3 by 2. Okay, this is to the power of 1 we are going to take, and this is half, so 1 plus half comes out to be 3 by 2. Okay, next this comes out to be P cap. So next vector E is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2QL is nothing but what? It is nothing but dipole moment. So that is comes out to be P there, P cap, right? So since we know that when we write a vector, vector can be written as magnitude into direction. So this is magnitude and direction. So we have P into P cap. So I am going to replace that one by vector P. So vector E is equal to minus of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P vector divided by R square plus L square to the power of 3 by 2. Okay, so as we know that this is equation 1. Okay, this is the expression. So this negative sign denotes that the electric field will be always opposite to that of the direction of dipole moment. Okay, so next if that is the case, if R is very much greater than L, what happened? L can be neglected. Okay, L can be neglected, as you know. So what happens if you neglect the L in the denominator? So this comes out to be, if you neglect L in the denominator, what happens? This comes out to be R square to the power of 3 by 2. So this 2 get cancelled. The left out thing will be minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into vector P divided by R cube. So this is the expression for the electric field at a point on the equatorial line. Okay.